Hello, I'm Margaret Graziano with Keen Alignment, where we empower people committed to shaping organizations that work. Any culture endeavor is a change endeavor and requires a strong faculty at change management. What's in the way of effective organizational change management? First, we underestimate how much fear plays a role in stopping people from moving forward. In the US, 30% of workers, an estimated 9.7 million people, say they feel anxious and stressed, and when that happens, it impacts their productivity at work. Well, change causes fear, and fear causes anxiety and stress. In the 7 levels of individual, group, and organizational effectiveness, the lowest level is hopelessness, the second is fear, and the third, frustration. Next, there's the power and freedom line, and courage is the level right above power and freedom. Then comes engagement, innovation, and at the top, the highest level of organizational effectiveness is synchronicity. So, why do people fear change? It's because they don't know what's coming next. Organizations tell people that they want to change, but they don't always take the time to realize that they're communicating into people's fear. And when they're doing that, people can't hear them because they're so focused on what they're afraid of. So think about it for yourself. If my spouse gets a new job and says, honey, we're moving out of state, he comes home, he's totally excited, talking about the move, the new job, and I'm not listening because I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on how am I going to make new friends? How am I going to have contacts in that city? And what am I going to do for work? He keeps talking and talking. He gets more excited. I get further and further removed from what he's saying because I'm focused on my own self-care. The exact same thing happens in the workplace. The boss or the CEO comes in, is super excited, or she's talking about all the changes and starts to create and get more and more excited and even more animated. And as the CEO is getting more animated, people are starting to wonder, how is this going to impact me? Their instinct or automatic fear takes them out of listening and being present. So they stop hearing what's being said. They can't hear because the noise in their head is so loud because they're considering all their considerations, their concerns, and even the times in the past when they went through similar changes and they didn't go too well. Typically, as soon as someone decides they're making a change and they commit to going forward, they begin to barrel through the process and forget about the people. And people shake their head and smile and say, yep, I got it. But deep inside, they're digging their heels in and resisting the change. It's not that they don't want to be cooperative. It's because their concerns haven't been addressed. And in the absence of addressing concerns, the concerns keep spinning in our head and taking up space. For any change management, especially around culture, to be effective, we have to begin by getting curious about how people are interpreting the change. What are their fears about the change? What has happened in the past that they might be carrying with them? What will these changes mean to them? And then we have to establish a way for the change to occur so that people don't feel threatened. This means taking the time to talk to people. It means building time on the front end to engage with people one-on-one and in focus groups. And anybody who's got concerns, we need to circle back and address those concerns one by one. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of pain in change management. All of our good intentions will go for naught if we don't bring people with us. So when you're thinking about what's in the way of transforming corporate culture, it's that we move too fast. We get excited and even fascinated about the change, and we forget to check in with the people and make sure that they're okay. Without people accepting change, our cultural transformation will not happen. So take advantage of the free organizational change management checklist we sent you in the email. Once you go through it for yourself, share it with your leaders and those who are partnering with you in making these changes. Thank you for joining me today. I'll leave you with a quote by CEO of Airbnb, Brian Chesky. Company's culture is the foundation for future innovation. The CEO's job is to build that foundation. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm wishing you the best of success on your cultural transformation journey, and I'll see you tomorrow.